Today we compare two philosophies, stealth plus sensors versus maneuver plus payload, and why both can be the right answer.
This is not a versus video about which jet is cooler. This is about which mission profile each design is optimized to win.
Full range. The F-35 is a sensor-first platform designed to see, decide, and strike before it is seen.
Stealth changes what the enemy can detect. Payload changes how many targets you can service. Maneuver changes who controls the.
Modern air combat is not just turning fights. It is detection, identification, electronic warfare, networking, and
the F-35's advantage begins with signature management, shape, materials, and systems designed to reduce detection and delay engagement.
The F-15EX's advantage begins with raw performance and a long legacy of air dominance, built to carry.
Think of the F-35 as a stealthy quarterback with exceptional situational awareness. Think of the F-15EX as a high-speed
Stealth is not invisibility. It is about shrinking detection range, forcing the enemy to work harder, and buying time to strike first. Payload is not just quantity, it is flexibility. Multiple weapon types, more shots, more reattacks, more options when the situation changes. Internal carriage protects weapons from drag and keeps radar signature lower, but it limits how many large munitions you can carry while staying stealthy.
External carriage increases drag and signature, but it enables heavy loads, ideal when stealth is not required or when standoff range keeps you safe.
Sensors define the fight. The earlier you detect, the earlier you classify, and the earlier you target. Often, sensor fusion means the pilot sees a single, coherent picture rather than juggling raw feeds. Less workload, fast.
The stealth plus sensors philosophy tries to win the decision cycle. Detect first, decide first, shoot first, and the maneuver plus payload philosophy tries to control space, arrive fast, carry many shots, defend assets,
range and support matter. Tanking, basing, and sortie generation often decide what is practical long before the first missile is fired.
If you need long endurance and repeated engagements, the jet that can carry more fuel and more weapons may keep the door closed longer.
In a dense air defense environment, lowering signature can reduce the number of enemy sensors that can track you with enough quality to guide weapons.
In a wide battle space, a heavy fighter can take a high perch and act as a magazine in the sky, ready to launch multiple intercepts as targets appear.
Beyond visual range, combat is about geometry, energy, and information. The best shot is the one the enemy never sees coming.
A clean configuration preserves signature and performance. It is ideal for first-night missions where survival depends on remaining difficult to detect. 3 bits. A heavy configuration enables volume of fire. It is ideal for sustained defense, escort, and large raid scenarios.
Stealth pairs with tactics. Low observable design plus smart routing can reduce exposure time to threats.
Energy matters. Speed and altitude convert into missile range and kinematic advantage, especially for long-range intercept and standoff roles.
Electronic warfare is a silent duel. Jamming, deception, and emissions control can be as decisive as turning performance.
A stealth platform is also a systems platform. Its edge is not one sensor. It is how all sensors collaborate.
A payload platform amplifies what the force already knows how to do: patrol, intercept, escort, and strike, while carrying more weapons on each sortie.
First night operations prioritize survivability and information dominance. Enter contested zones, find targets, and open corridors for follow-on forces.
When standoff weapons exist, the best strategy may be to stay outside the most dangerous threat rings and deliver volume from range.
The kill chain is detect, track, target, engage, assess. Stealth plus sensors compresses the chain. Maneuver plus payload scales the chain.
Maneuver still matters, but it now supports positioning for sensors and weapons, rather than being the entire plan.
A larger fighter with powerful engines can hold speed through maneuvers and climb back to altitude quickly, important for repeated shots and multiple engagements.
Networking turns single aircraft into a team. If one platform sees, another can shoot, and a third can guide, information becomes a weapon. In contested airspace, emissions discipline can matter. The platform that can sense without broadcasting may maintain surprise longer.
In homeland defense or outer ring patrols, persistence and magazine depth can matter more than stealth, because the threat is distance, not dense defenses.
In a large theater, you often need both: stealthy scouts to build the picture, and heavy shooters to hold the line with many missiles.
When you must go inside the envelope, every reduction in signature increases the chance you reach the target and return. When you can stay outside the envelope, extra weapons increase the chance you can handle a complex raid, decoys, escorts, and multiple threats.
Here is the key. So these jets are not placements for each other. This way too.
Mission Type 1. First night penetration and target identification. The stealthy sensor platform is built to operate where detection is punished.
Mission Type 2. Sustained defensive counterair. The payload platform is built to remain on station with many missiles and react quickly.
Mission Type 3. Escort and protection. A heavy fighter can bring more air-to-air weapons, while a stealth fighter can scout threats without announcing itself.
Mission Type 4. Opening corridors. The platform that can approach closer before being tracked can queue other assets, guiding the rest of the package. Mission Type 5. Mass raid defense. When many targets appear, magazine depth is survival. More shots, more re-attacks, fewer gaps.
Mission Type 6. Precision queuing. A stealthy platform can find and confirm targets, then pass coordinates to shooters that never needed to enter the danger zone.
This is the modern team. A forward sensor node, a rear weapons magazine, and a command platform tying the picture together. Thermal and radar signatures shape who gets seen first. The stealth approach reduces multiple signatures. The payload approach...
Sometimes you cannot shoot first. Identification and control become the mission. Sensors and endurance matter as much as missiles.
Terrain, weather, and clutter can hide threats. A fused sensor picture helps reduce ambiguity when the environment is noisy and complex.
At altitude, speed and energy increase weapon reach. A fast heavy fighter can use physics as an amplifier for every missile it carries. Sorted generation matters. The jet that can turn around quickly and reliably contributes more combat power over time than a perfect aircraft that is not available. Every capability has a cost in maintenance and training. Fifth-generation stealth and fusion demand different sustainment habits than legacy heavy fighters.
Payload also has a cost, loading time, drag, and logistics. But it can reduce the number of sorties needed to achieve the same effect.
In the highest threat zones, stealth buys access. In medium threat zones, standoff weapons buy safety. In low threat zones, payload buys efficiency. Stealth plus sensors excels when the first shooter advantage matters most, and when you must operate closer to defended targets.
Maneuver plus payload excels when you need many weapons in one place, sustained coverage, and high-speed response across a large map.
If a fight collapses to visual range, training and positioning matter. But even here, the aircraft that preserved energy and awareness often controls the outcome.
Stealth can enable ambush positioning. If the enemy cannot build a stable track, they cannot confidently commit, and hesitation is time you can weaponize. A heavy fighter's visible presence can deter and reassure. Sometimes the mission is control, not invisibility.
When multiple threats appear, the side that can distribute targets and allocate missiles efficiently wins. Fusion helps allocate, payload helps execute. Bad weather reduces visibility and complicates identification. Reliable sensors and stable tracks become more valuable than dramatic maneuvers.
Tempo is a weapon. If you can generate more sorties or stay longer, you can overwhelm an opponent's planning cycle. Airspace management is invisible but critical. The more assets you add, the more you need clean coordination and a shared picture.
Any aircraft can trade signature for payload. The moment you hang stores externally, stealth decreases, but flexibility increases.
Heavy loads cost range and agility, but they increase combat persistence in a different way. Fewer trips back for rearm, more time available for defending the sector.
The enemy adapts. When defenses improve, stealth becomes more valuable. When raids grow larger, missile magazines become more valuable.
Training aligns the technology with the tactic. Even the best sensors fail if crews do not trust the picture, and even the biggest payload fails if shots are wasted. If you must enter contested airspace, prioritize stealth and fused awareness. If you must defend wide areas for long hours, air power supports everything else. The best force is not one jet, it is the mix that covers stealthy scouting, heavy shooting, and persistent control. Sometimes the mission is to be unseen, to watch, and to report. Stealth and sensors turn presence into information without escalation. Sometimes the mission is to be unmistakable, to signal capability. Payload and speed create credibility when you need visible reassurance.
As threat rings move, the best platform changes. The answer is rarely either or. It is sequencing.
The most powerful tactic is the handoff. The stealth platform finds and fixes. The payload platform finishes. Fast, decisive, and repeatable.
Survivability is the ultimate metric. The best mission is the one that achieves objectives and brings crews home. Again and again.
After every sortie, lessons reshape tactics. Sensors evolve through software. Payload evolves through new weapons. Training evolves through experience.
Stealth plus sensors optimizes the opening move. Maneuver plus payload optimizes sustained control. Both are answers to different questions.
In real operations, they do not compete, they cooperate. The most effective air forces design missions where each jet's strengths cover the other's risks.
Stealth plus sensors wins when information and survival inside danger zones matter most. Maneuver plus payload wins when presence,